Initially, we thought some players will not go to South Africa, and this time around, I don't know. We've not heard anything from the UK government. Come and observe that. Now, this time around, so the last time Ghana went to South Africa, there was no Daniel Amati, there was no Thomas Partey, there was no Jordan Ayew, you know, all the English players with the Andy Yadom and also the Baba Abdurrahman. They were not there. And we went and we lost. Now, this time around, the 24-man squad, they are in there, and well, we don't know whether they're going to play, because the moment you go there, you have to play. If you're not going to play, why did they take you there? So if Jordan and Cole will not make the playing squad, then there's no need to make them go to South Africa. So there's a funny feeling that yes, they're going to play for Ghana come tomorrow against Ethiopia. Now, some are also saying that, well, ways and means, they are doing it their own way legally, because the South African, who is now the CAF president, is also conniving with Ethiopia to play the game in South Africa, so that because this ban on players not to get to South Africa, especially the England players, those applying their trade in England or UK, might not be able to play like they did against South Africa the last time. But this time around, I don't know if they are going to play, but I don't think it's going to work for them. And we need to beat Ethiopia tomorrow. It's a must-win game. We must beat Ethiopia. Anything less than a win, and South Africa wins against Zimbabwe, we are out. Automatically, we are out. Because if we get 2 points, then we will be topping South Africa with a point. And if South Africa wins, it's going to top us with 2 points. Then when we meet South Africa, it's going to be a do or die affair. And it's going to be a must-win game. So the best thing to do is just win tomorrow and beat South Africa at home by 2-0. That will be the correct score I'm going to predict for Ghana-South Africa, 2-0 on Sunday. Tomorrow, Ghana will score in the first half, but I don't know what will happen in the second half. Ghana is going to win anyway, but and I'm not going to try to but I'm just saying what I'm saying anyway. So, well, we're going to touch on that. Then, if possible, you know, what's happening in Europe, coaches, sacking coaches here and there, and all that. But the last time, we were not able to chronicle the UEFA Champions League groups, and some have already qualified to the next stage, and let's see what happens. And if time permits, Arsene Wenger's issue, he came out yesterday to say that, well, talking to about 100 people, connoisseurs in the football fraternity, 90% are of the view that it's good for us to play biennial World Cup. That's 2 years interval, and it's only in the research, it's only in people above 50 that want it to be played 4 years interval, but the younger ones want to witness the World Cup more often. And well, he brought up some technical issues and all that, so if time permits, we're going to get there. But let's say a prayer for the Black Stars, and it's a very big game come tomorrow, and we need to win. It's very, very necessary. So you can join us on YouTube, that's Sun City TV, and also online, suncityradioonline.com. That's where you join us, and you can join the conversation via our text console 0544 929796, 0544 929796. That's our text console, our text line, and you can join the conversation, and you can also join us on YouTube, that is Sun City TV. Subscribe, and we move, be part of the Sun City family. Well, in the studio, I have the young prof in the house. I have Storo in the Wilson Tonyo Kuminya Gwoglo. Yes, Mia Tomanya Glonanemio. Dennis Atoko Minya. Ohagloto. That is the name. I never knew young prof. So viewers that are watching live on YouTube, anyway, we say thanks to Pierre for the production. And after this, we'll be paving way for Martin Ronnie Jr. to push with the drum. So it's always feeling good. The feeling is always good when you're feeling the drama. You don't want to stop. you don't want to start because the feeling is different. Yeah, you don't want to start. Well, good afternoon, Fred and Storo.
Good afternoon. The feeling is great, super. The feeling is fantastic. It's fabulous. We are feeling it. It's all about Ghana.
Yeah.
It's all about the Blasters. And it's all about we getting to the World Cup. And I'm happy. I'm very optimistic that we're beating them. Nyama nyama.
Let me put in this thing. We're on a page, Sports Writers Association of Ghana, and the news pop up as to the FA spokesperson Henry Chumasanti saying that the FA has written to Arsenal so that Thomas Partey can come and they can assess them themselves. And we ask ourselves, the medical team there. And
what we have here.
What they're trying to assess. It's a bit funny, because let's face it. With all due respect to everyone, but let's face it. Mado Langona Mado. I don't think Thomas Partey hates Ghana so much that he'll be fit and wouldn't love to play this crucial match for Ghana. At times, players themselves fight to leave camp. Felix Afena-Jan, when he was told he's not going to move, he was not perturbed. He didn't do anything. Because now that he's coming to establish himself in the Black Stars, but for Thomas Partey, if he doesn't play, it shows clearly. It's just like the heydays of Michael Essien. If he's not in the game, it shows clearly that there's no Thomas Partey. But thank God we have a certain Mubarak Wakaso. He's going to cover up. And he's also a very good player by all standards, because when there was no Thomas, there was Mubarak. So we have a very good backup in terms of our holding midfield and all that. It's just unfortunate Free Aqua and all. But there's also Baba Idrisu of Remayoka. So we might not feel the Kudus Mohammed. So we might not feel the absence of Thomas that much. But if the FA is saying that they've written to Arsenal, trying to let them release Thomas so that they can assess him themselves, I laugh a bit. Why didn't they write earlier to CAF and FIFA that we're supposed not to play in South Africa?
What are they smoking? With Arsenal bench Partey against
Watford, which they know that a win over there will overtake or surpass Man United and Queen.
Just to make Ghana think that he is not available. What are they smoking?
I know at times.
The most important thing is to fight for Ghana not to play in South Africa. We're supposed to play in Ethiopia. Kenya is closer to Ethiopia, and there are so many Ethiopians in Kenya because of the unrest in Ethiopia. So technically, it's an advantage to Ethiopia if they play in Kenya, because most of their fans will be at the stadium. Now you are going to South Africa where there will be no fans. And just because at a point the UK government said,
no, but then they are supposed to play in an
empty stadium. Yeah. No, but for if it's supposed to be in Ethiopia, it will be an empty. But for Kenya, it might not be an empty stadium because
it's part of the punishment.
It's part of the punishment for them. Okay.
But see, they really have to. FIFA, CAF, they have to investigate if South Africa doesn't have an interest in this.
Yeah.
Why
we are in the same group? We are in the same group for Christ's sake.
And that is what the
so
FA
technically
should be doing.
That is what they should fight for.
The moment issue like that prop up, the first thing you should be doing as a football association is to write to FIFA.
The moment you get a confirmation that you are playing,
you write and you want to spread certain.
Like from my angle, the game can hold in South Africa because Ethiopia cited economic reasons. That will make them
they have the rights to.
They have the right, but it baffles my mind if they cite economic reasons, saying that playing in South Africa will make them cut down costs. Well, that's up to them. But I feel that South Africa had some sort of conversation with Ethiopia behind the scene. That is what FIFA must investigate. If there is that interest, then it means they have to punish somebody.
Yeah, somebody's supposed to be punished because, like you are saying, let's just logically, Ethiopia and Kenya, the distance is very short.
Yes.
Boundaries.
So,
Now you are not taking flights. It's more economical. Well, now you take flight from Ethiopia to South Africa. Then the hotel cost over there is higher than that of Kenya. Yet you are telling us economically. So who is having interest there?
They have the right to play in South Africa.
Yeah.
But I still feel that South Africa has an interest there. There have been some conversation behind the scene for them to play in South Africa.
And somebody has to trigger the investigation.
Soro, if South Africa were not to be in Ghana's group, no problems, no qualms. But this case, there is even a 1 point difference, and it's either South Africa or Ghana that will qualify to the next stage. So is there any conflict of interest?
So that is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. That the only people that can trigger the investigation is us. We have not written earlier enough,
and we know.
But CAF doesn't have to sit down for us to
yes,
because try to reason with themselves.
But we are a party. We are a party to it. So you understand that we are a party to it.
But CAF as a whole, CAF on itself, hold that duty to make sure there is free and fair game. So they must also sit down and see why would Ethiopia want to play in South Africa, who happens to be in the same group. They are in pole position, making qualification to the next stage.
And like the case, they are not doing it. So the party that will be affected have to trigger something. No. But you see, I am happy that we are going to South Africa. We are going to play in the best pitch.
One of the best pitch.
Yes, I will beat them very well.
You know, our FA, Michila, Taflache, we are reading, we are experiencing day in, day out, week in, week out. They know very well if they don't write anything at all, we will embarrass them.
Yeah.
We will castigate them, we will chastise them. So they intentionally wait till they realize, it's late for us to write, so that they will say, oh, they've made an attempt.
It's not even that. It was when the people were talking. It was at that point they started writing.
I remembered vividly the Kwesi Nyantakyi administration under 17 World Cup qualifiers. Ghana met the Gambia and a whole lot happened. And we're supposed to protest. We have a very good case. But the FA president said, it doesn't matter. There's still another World Cup. That's not the end of the... We say, what are you talking about? Some people's future. A star will be born out of that tournament. You can never tell. Yeah. And you are telling us that there's another...
What helped us in this case, the little advantage we have is that the league seasons will resume after 10 days. The Premier League, the Serie A, the Bundesliga.
Yeah.
The league will resume after 10 days.
Yeah.
That is how can we have our British players going.
So the time frame, by the time they get to England, or maybe 2 days, 3 days quarantine, then they finish.
Quarantine before that is the only hope. Like by this time, we should be sweating because we will not have our British players going.
Yeah, going to South Africa. Yeah. You see, that is why I'm saying that we are the party that is so much going to be affected. So that is why we have to write the very minute they started doing some of these things. Because if not for the number of days they are going to spend after the game, it would have been worse and disastrous for us.
Because we will not have Wolakot, Daniel Amati.
The core players might not be in there.
They'll not be there.
You know, it affected us against South Africa.
In
the first leg. So, in a way, I didn't blame, what's the name, Siki Akuno that much because most of his key players were not there.
Yeah.
And he managed to last minute before he considered by a win is a win anyway. Yeah. But this time around, everyone is fit, in exception of Thomas.
Yeah.
And I love it that there's this guy, Daniel Amate is back with his experience. And I don't know what the coach is doing now because he's not seeing Jordan Ayew as a striker. Yeah. I think he's seeing him as a winger or a supporting striker than the main striker. So he's now relying on Richmond Boakye Yadom and Caleb Ekuban. Funny enough, I've been saying it, at times we the sports journalists and some stations or some media houses play major role in all this. When the Black Stars played friendly against Golden Sticks and they won 5-1, Richmond Boakye Yadom scored a brace. Jordan scored one, and I think a couple of Fatawi Sahaku scored one. But the whole thing is about Jordan scoring a goal against Golden Sticks. Someone had a brace. You didn't talk about it. It's been long. He's back to the Black Stars, and he had a brace on his first, let's say, friendly or his first match. You never talked about it, but you are hyping the one goal that Jordan scored.
I think maybe it's because for a very long time he has not been on the squad.
So what of on a goal drought for how many years? Not more than 2 years.
It's been quiet.
Oh, it's been long.
Yeah, but there is this guy who has not been called up again for years, and he's so at least say something little about him too.
No,
what's the name? Yadom is back to help Jordan, and the partnership is okay because he had a brace, he had a goal, and so at least. But you see them highlighting only and listen. But
the Ethiopia game, we have to be very careful, especially up front. The partnership up front, we have to be very, very careful, because for some time we have realized that Jordan, being a lone striker, has really struggled.
Yeah.
So how do we talk to him? How do we play him so that at the end of the day we get the best out of him? Are we going to start him from the bench? Is he going to play at a wing? Where? Because Yadom is going to put pressure on the defense. He's going to do that.
Yeah.
So how do we get the front line so that they will be clinical, they'll be sharp? Because this game is all about goals. We need to score the goals. We cannot afford to be wasteful in front of goal, squander chances. Glorious opportunities will go begging. No, we cannot do that. So the coach has a lot of work to do that. Now that, because when you look at the games that he has played so far, Partey has been very, very instrumental.
Yeah.
Now that he's not there, what do we do? What will be the option?
So now let me take our listeners through the squad, then we continue, and then after that we'll be talking about Hazakes ladies and how they fared so far in the maiden edition of the CAF Women's Champions League, qualifying to the semi-finals with a game in hand, with maximum 100% turnout. Now, for the goalkeepers, you have Joseph Wallacott of Swindon Town, Lawrence Atizigi of St. Gallen, Manaf Nuruddin of Upen, and Richard Atta of Hearts of Oak. Now, for defenders, we have Andy Yadom of Reading, Philemon Bafour of Dreams FC, Baba Abdurrahman of Reading, Montari Kalmahini of Ashdod of Israel, then Daniel Niamate of Leicester City, Alexander Jiku of Strasbourg, Joseph Edu of Celta de Vigo, Ismail Abdul Ganiyu of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Then, for the midfielders, you have Baba Idrisu of Real Mallorca, Mubarak Wakaso of Shenzhen FC, Edmond Ado of Sheriff Tiraspol, Mohamed Kudus of Ajax Amsterdam, Daniel Kofiture of St. Pauli in Germany. Now for the wingers, we have Andre Morgan Ayew, the captain of Al Sadd, Jordan Ayew, Crystal Palace, Abdul Fatawi Sahaku, Dreams FC, Kalmadin Sulemana, Rennes, and also Samuel Owusu of Al Fahia. So these are the wingers. We have Jordan Dede, Abdul Fatawi Sahaku, Kalmadin Sulemana, and Samuel Owusu. Then for the strikers, we have Richmond Boache Yadom of Beta Jerusalem in Israel, and Caleb Ekoban of Greece, of Genoa. Now, I am suspecting that he's going to start with Richmond Boache Yadom as a lone striker, support him with Andre Ayew, Jordan Ayew, and Abdul Fatawi Sahaku, or Kalmadin Sulemana. But I'm very sure Kalmadin might start ahead of Isahaku. But things being equal, Jordan should start from the bench. Isahaku starts before Jordan. He's on fine form. 2 games in the Ghana Premier League, 2 goals for his club. And the last time we saw him, we saw his exploits. We realized this guy can perform. So if we can have Kalmadin helping him because he's one of the finest in Europe as we speak, he can help him on the pitch, not taking Kalmadin off and bringing in Isahaku. It's not going to balance. I would love to see the two because of their current form. Then, or maybe our captain, is it necessary for him to start? He's been a fine form for Al Sadd anyway, but
Dennis, looking at what is at stake, okay, for Ethiopia, if we are able to draw, we don't have to lose. If we lose, we are out. Yeah. if we are able to draw, that's cool. All we need to do is to win South Africa by at least 2 goals margin. Then we are off to the next stage of the competition. Should we win against Ethiopia, draw against South Africa, we are out. So between Ethiopia and South Africa, should we draw one game, it should be against Ethiopia.
Yeah, if we have to draw it.
Yeah, it should be against Ethiopia and win by 2 goals margin at least against South Africa. So I would want Milo to play a compact game. I wouldn't want to see Milo playing 2 strikers.
Yeah.
And with regards to Isahaku and Kamaldeen, they are like for like. They are one sort of the same caliber of players. So I would want him to play only one of them.
Why don't you pair them on the wings? One will take the left, one will take the right. Jordan and maybe you play 5 midfield.
Yeah, what I would want is that one, they are both swift. So I want another aggressive player to partner them. I wouldn't want 2 swift players playing together because you have to play with the mindset of not conceding, with the mindset of not winning.
So what are you looking for? 4-5-1?
Yeah, I would love
3-3.
I would love Milo to play 4 combative midfielders. 4 combative with 1 swift player playing the number 10 sort of role, so not as in winger.
So for the midfielders, we have Baba Idrisu. He should start.
Of course,
Mohamed Kudus. He should start. Mubarak Wakaso. He should start. Yeah. So why don't you drop Jordan and Dede Ayew to the midfield to make it 4?
Well, I would want Baba Idrisu to be a shield to our back 4.
So he should be the defensive midfielder.
Of course.
Typical number 6.
Typical number 6.
Sits on top of the defense.
Then the workaholic.
They allow to work.
Alongside Edmond Ando. Playing
on top.
Yes, the 2 playing on top.
So it's going to be like a triangle.
A triangle.
In front of the
defense. Yes. Then I will want Kudus, the Ayaz boy, to play the number 10 sort of role. A free role. As in number 10 sort of role. Then I would like another swift player playing from one side of the middle, shifting to another, playing from one side of the middle.
Okay,
so that sometimes when we sit deep, and we are able to get the ball, there will be that one person who can run with the ball against the defenders. When it becomes 1-1, he can run through. Because I would always want to see the lone striker, whether being Wachiyadom or whosoever who will be playing attack, to just always be with the sweeper. To just always be with our opponent's sweeper. So that our defense can never be tempered. Because we can't tell.
Yeah.
And it's silly. You see, it's a nervy game for us.
Yeah, that is why.
It's a nervy game for us. If we don't take time, officials can also take us out of the competition. So we make sure we don't do anything. So we don't allow our opponents to come into our penalty box. Yeah. That's going to be very, very dangerous. Because the moment the man in the middle points at the spot, we just hold our heads. Yeah. We just hold our heads in our palms. The point is that this is a game. If you lose, our last match becomes useless. If you lose, our last match becomes useless. So all we got to do is to make sure we don't lose. Then the final game against South Africa at home, that is when we have to take the risks. If we can play 10 strikers, 11 strikers without a goalkeeper, it's fair because we need to win. It's either we win or we lose. We don't need to draw against South Africa. Either we win or we lose. So if we have to play all our strikers, 11 strikers, no goalkeeper, we have to do it because it's a must-win game.
All right. But you see, I'm also looking at the fact that we just need to win this match. You see, to give us that hope of beating South Africa and beating them very well. And even if we draw against Ethiopia, it will put pressure on us.
Yeah, but I think we are scoring a minimum 2 goals.
We beat Ethiopia on us.
The 2 score lines will be 2-0-2-0.
So yeah, we have to win. Yeah. But what I mean is that we just don't have to lose. Because even if we win against Ethiopia, we still have to win against South Africa. But if we draw against Ethiopia, we still have to win against South Africa to qualify.
That is what I'm saying.
with even goal margins.
Yeah, with 2 goals margin because we lost to them 1-0. And when it becomes a head-to-head affair, if you win against them 1-1, then we're going to look for goals for. And for now, goals for is same. But goals against, we are trailing because we considered twice, they considered just once.
So that is why it is key that we get into this game with full force.
Oh yeah, sure.
Very determined at defense and make sure that we are more than 100%. We don't have to sleep at defense.
So now let's look at the back four.
Yeah.
I know Andy Yadom will start right back, Baba Rahman left back. Now the central defenders. Should he pair Daniel Amate with Alexander Jiku or with Joseph Edu? Who should start? Alexander Jiku has been so prominent.
Yeah.
He's established himself there like the Jonathan Mensah or the John Mensah type of a defender. So the question is, who should pair Alexander Jiku? Should it be Joseph Edu or Daniel Amate?
Well, you see, I'm sure he will still play Daniel Amate at the right back. But if you will not play him at right back, then Daniel Amate and Jiku are the best pair. Should be the best pair. Not Joseph Edu. Joseph Edu, the guy is too physical. I'm afraid. Because this game, it's a nervy game, of course. We just don't have to give referees the chance
but Alexander Jiku has been one of the most carded defenders in Europe.
Of course, but if you watch Joseph Edu, he's very physical and he doesn't have the height too. So even I watch him many times in Celta. The guy is very aggressive. So and he commits so much fouls, just like Jiku. Joseph Edu too also commits so much fouls. And most of these fouls, most of these ones are necessary.
Yeah. For Jiku, he has to be talked to. He's not a bad player, but you see, he tried to do a lot of things.
Or he wants to
he wants to go for everything.
And mind you, if you give him the chance, it's an opportunity for him to try to cement his place in the starting lineup. By so doing,
that's what
your guess could be as good as mine.
Because the coming back of Daniel Amate, he's feeling a bit shaky. The coming back of this Columbus Crew captain, what's his name? Jonathan Mensah. You know, these are players that have established themselves so well at club level and even national level. So, you know, I have to do something extra to cement a place in the starting berth.
You see, Jonathan should be playing alongside Jiku in centre back, but understand he's injured.
Yeah, he's injured.
That is how come. But I'm sure the man will play Daniel Amate at right back.
Yeah, I'm sure.
At right back?
Yes, of course. Like he did against Zimbabwe in the return leg.
So who is going to pair Alexander Jiku at the heart of defense? If there is a right back, you've taken 2 right backs, and Yadom and Philemon Bafo. These are the 2 right backs. You take them and you cannot use them, and you are using a central defender. Then what happens if one central defender get injured? Then that means you have to go back and bring a right back so that oh, come on.
I'm only thinking that's what he's going to do.
We are just doing the permutation.
That's what he's going to do. But
I would be surprised if he even play Jordan from the bench tomorrow.
Why don't he start from the bench?
I'll be surprised.
I would love to see Jordan from the bench.
And if Jordan has to play tomorrow, then he has to be talked to.
And that's why he should come from the bench.
Game.
You know, he should learn from the bench, come and change the game.
This game is crucial, very, very crucial for us. Anything short of a win, we'll have pressure.
If I'm the manager, I'll play Jordan tomorrow.
No, Storo, you are now, I nearly said Goran Stevanovic. You are now Milovan Rajevac. Your starting lineup. Just look through and give us your starting lineup.
I'll play Joseph Olakot in post.
Definitely.
I'll play Daniel Amate.
No, let's go to right back first.
Yes, that's Daniel Amate. Yeah, I'll play him at right back. And I'll play Baba Rahman at left back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll play Jiku, Alexander Jiku.
Central defense.
Now that Jonathan Mensah is not there, I'll play Joseph Edu.
Yeah,
but I'll talk to him.
Joseph Edu,
Yeah,
with
and Alexander Jiku, because Jonathan is not there. Yeah, I will not play Ganiu.
Okay.
In middle, I will play Baba Idrisu for sure.
Yeah.
I will play Mubarak Wakasu, the workaholic.
How many midfielders are you?
I will play four combative midfielders.
So Baba Idrisu.
Yes.
With a holding midfielder.
Yes. I will play him alongside Mubarak Wakasu.
Mubarak Wakasu
to sit.
Okay.
Then
So they're going to divide the pitch.
Yeah.
Into
sit.
half,
The
so
two
that
will
they
sit.
sit one side, right and left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I will play Kudus Mohammed. Then Edmond Ado.
Okay.
On
top of them.
On top
to support
of them.
attack.
On top of them.
Okay.
Then I will play Jordan. Jordan on top of the two as well. Like as in.
So that
on
means
top of the five.
Already we've gotten a 4 midfield.
The midfield will be 5. I'll pack 5.
4-5-1. That's the formation we'll be going for.
Then I will let Jordan to be the free roll sort of player, so that Kudus will not go far. Then I play Richmond Boachiyadon as the center man, the lone striker.
So Dede Ayew will not start?
No, I will not play Andrew.
Kalmadin Sulemana will not start?
I will not play them. I will not play them.
You have to come in the second half and check.
Looking at the game itself will prompt the sort of changes I have to make. Yeah.
Wow.
Dennis.
Fred. Let's look at your.
My. You see, I am looking at what Story is also saying, but I want to go for Richmond and Ekuba. Ekuba is going right.
Yeah. So a two-top strike.
That is what I want.
So automatically we are playing a 4-4-2 typical.
I want to go for 4-4-2.
Okay. Okay.
Well, in a sense, the 4-4-2 will also help in a sense that if two strikers are on top of the defenders, the laterals of the Ethiopians might not be able to move to support attack because they can't leave 3 players to mark 2 strikers.
But let's also understand that the Ethiopians have nothing to lose. So they may not respect us. They may just
we have something to win.
Yes, they may just enjoy themselves. They may just aim at spoiling our party.
So if you have
because we don't know the sort of conversation that went behind for them to choose South Africa.
So if you have 2 strikers, it's not going to make it more deadlier than having a lone striker? If there's 2 strikers on top of your defense?
No, like I said, they have nothing to lose. So they may not fear that they may concede. All they want is to just spoil the party. So they may also attack whilst we have our players there. They may find a way to attack.
Okay, let's look at a scenario at this. If the Ethiopian coach decides to play a 5-4-1 formation, because he has nothing to lead, doesn't need any goal, but he wants just to maybe play a draw or spoil the party. So let me just park the bus. 5 defenders, 4 midfielders.
Like, that is why I said a draw will not spoil our party. Ethiopia playing draw with us will not spoil our party. A draw. No, it is not any pressure. You see, the pressure is just to win against South Africa. Whether we win tomorrow or we do not, we still need to win against South Africa. Do you get it?
The pressure will come from within and without. When we draw the game,
we still have to win against South Africa.
Yes, but going into the South African game, it will put a kind of pressure on us.
No,
that by all means, the first half we need to score goals.
No,
if we are not careful,
South Africa registered their first goal against us.
And what I'm saying is that we need a certain energy to go into the South African game.
Of course, the win or without against Ethiopia should not be the determinant of that energy we need to go into the games against South Africa. Like the South African manager said, they would rather love to be in the position they are today than to be in a position of Ghana. Because already we are trailing. So if there is that thing called pressure, then it is already on us. Not the game that we will play tomorrow will determine whether we should be under pressure or not. Because the destiny of this game, it is in our hands and it is in South Africans' hands. It depends on how you handle yours and how South Africa also handle theirs. The point being that no matter what may happen, we still need to win against South Africa. The only difference will be that if we draw tomorrow, we have to win by 2 goals margin. Yeah. Other than that, we still need to win against Africa. So if there is that thing called pressure, it is already on us. We are still under pressure. We are trailing in terms of goal concede because they conceded only one, we conceded two. We have scored the same number of goals that they have also scored. They drew against Zimbabwe. We won against Zimbabwe. We won against Ethiopia once, and they also won against Ethiopia. So the difference is that it's that of Zimbabwe. We won, they drew. Now, if we draw against Ethiopia that they have already won against, then it means everything becomes equal. So the only thing left is our defeat to them away, and we must retaliate that at home.
Now let's listen to Hugo Broos as what he said. And to me, technically, I'm not buying into his idea. You know, it's always difficult to maintain your spots at the top. Getting to the top is not that difficult like being at the top, maintaining your position. He is at the top. He wants to maintain his position, but he's now trying to say the pressure is on Ghana. If you are chasing something, there's no pressure on you. You are holding the thing, so you are going to be overprotective that this thing's supposed not to leave me. The chaser will just be waiting for you to slip up. So as he is saying, there's more pressure on Ghana. Let me quote him. He said, it's better that you are in our situation than being in a situation of Ghana, because there's enormous pressure if you are chasing. That I don't buy.
No, but
now he said, if you don't win against Ethiopia, if Ghana don't win against Ethiopia on Thursday, it can be a disaster for them. So the pressure is with them. What is the guarantee that they are going to win against Zimbabwe at all costs?
Dennis,
if we cannot win against Ethiopia, it might be possible they might not be able to win against Zimbabwe, because Zimbabwe also had nothing to lose.
Dennis, you see, it could be a mind game. But
that's
right.
what I'm trying to say.
It could be a mind game.
Me,
but he's right. See, if these positions where South Africa is and where Ghana is should be put down for us to handpick, Ghana would have chosen where South Africa is.
Yes.
Between the two, Ghana would have chosen where South Africa is. The point is that, you see, when you chase, you feel that when you chase, there is no pressure on you. It depends on how you value whatever you are chasing. If what you are chasing is of more importance to you, there must be a pressure, because whoever you are chasing is also not sitting down.
If you don't value it, then why do you chase?
But
No, it depends on the level of value you give that.
No, they are talking now. Hugo Broos is talking as if the game against Zimbabwe is a done deal for them, and we might even lose points against Ethiopia.
That is the mentality that they are using. He didn't say he said if we lose, it's a disaster for us.
So if they lose, what if they lose against
they still have the chance. If we lose, it's game over for us.
Yes.
If they lose, they still have a chance. Do you get it? If they lose, they are coming to play Ghana. They still have another chance. But if we lose, it's game over. Our game against South Africa is useless. Do you get it? So if there is that thing called pressure, there is more pressure on Ghana than on South Africa. And I am saying that if they should put the two positions down for one to handpick, 9 points South Africa, 5 goals scored, 1 conceded. 10 points South Africa, 5 goals scored, 1 conceded. 9 points Ghana Blasters, 5 goals scored, 2 conceded. Pick one. Ghana would pick that of South Africa. Of course. So we are. If there is that thing called pressure, we are under pressure, and they are in a better position.
And also, you see, when we look at the group, then if we look at our group, if we did not qualify,
that is also another pressure.
If we did not qualify, at least we should move out of this group.
To keep our heads high.
That is it. Because there is no way we can be in a group of South Africa,
Ethiopia, Zimbabwe,
and will not qualify. How? And when you look at everything on paper, Ghana should be the one that should be out of this group.
Of course.
We're supposed to be at the playoffs.
So
yes. We should be at the playoffs.
So that is why what we are chasing should be of and
we should attach some kind of value.
And
should be of so much importance.
In the last 2 games, we saw that. We saw the hunger.
Yeah.
And I love the comeback against Zimbabwe.
That is it.
When they equalized that silly tackle from Alexander Jiku, and they equalized from the spot kick. The response from Thomas and the captain was so swift, and at the time the captain's goal, the third goal also came, was just superb to ease off the pressure, because when it was 2-1 and it's around the 88th minute there, about anything can happen.
Yes.
And that goal came at a very crucial time. That's Andre Morgan's goal to cushion the lead, as in 3-1. And now I love the response. Now against Zimbabwe again, we went away and we were able to score a goal from the first half. But my worry now is the first time it was Thomas Partey. The second time Thomas Partey, and now no Thomas Partey.
That is what
I'm a bit worried. No, let's face it.
You should be.
I'm a bit worried.
That is why I'm saying that he has been very, very instrumental in the 2 games. Now, what do we do in his absence?
How do we respond to his absence?
Because most of the goals that we have scored, either is the one in front or doing the contribution. He scored and he has to do assist. That is why now, who should we trust? It means that when you are asked to go on the pitch and play, you should know that Ghanaians will never forgive you. If you should lose the game tomorrow and will not play well against South Africa here in Ghana.
No, if we lose tomorrow, playing like South Africa game becomes a useless
game. So if we should lose tomorrow, Ghanaians will never forgive.
If we should lose and South Africa should win or draw. Because South Africa can also lose. So if we lose and they draw or win, then it's a game over.
But me, I don't want to see it from that angle. South Africa is not drawing or losing against Zimbabwe at home tomorrow. That one, let's take it out. There is a little chance of them of such outcomes happening. But Charlie, you must understand this. Me, I believe even our game against Ethiopia at South Africa,
we have to be careful.
South Africa is behind that Ethiopian decision. So if you think South Africa and Zimbabwe being at one side, knowing each other so well, most of the Zimbabweans are in South Africa and they will love to spoil the party for South Africa.
Do you know?
So that is why I don't want to even think about South Africa dropping points against Zimbabwe.
It is only in this game. FIFA asks for security. So
South
much
Africa,
security.
Zimbabwe.
No, South Africa. Our game against Ethiopia. FIFA is bringing special security.
See, if fans were to be permitted, you will see all South Africans, because we'll be playing at 1, they'll be playing at 7. So you will see how full the stadium will be.
Storo, I'm so happy that it's behind closed doors.
Yes.
Serious, because but in as much as that, they are doing everything possible. From what I'm hearing from yesterday, this morning, they are going to do their bit off the pitch.
That is what they
to make our lads uncomfortable.
A lot of things will go on.
And that is why the FIFA is asking for the security.
So a lot of things
left to me, Team Ghana would have left Ghana today. And we don't even need to, we just go and shake up at the stadium.
I thought they left today.
They left
yesterday.
No, they left yesterday, and they should be in South Africa since morning. So all we need to do is do our homeworks here, go to South Africa, shake up, then we play our game.
Then it will beat Ethiopia.
Oh, definitely. It's a good year to see correct score 2-0.
We'll be there.
We are beating Ethiopia 2-0.
And South Africa will beat them.
Then it's
I'm going to stake it. South Africa, Ghana, Ethiopia, 2-0 in favor of Ghana.
We'll never.
If the two don't play, one will play. I'm telling you, that's it.
We will score them because the boys are very, very motivated. They really want to get out of this group because it will not
go well at
other world with Ghana.
Oh no.
In a group.
What is the excuse we're going to give?
We don't have any. We do not have any.
We don't have any.
We do not.
Because what form is South Africa? What form is Ethiopia and Zimbabwe that they should be in our group? And we will not qualify. And South Africa will qualify. No. So they should be well motivated, very energized, go into tomorrow's game knowing that everybody is behind and nobody will forgive them. If they didn't give us a sweet
performance.
And not just a sweet performance. Result-wise.
I would say convincing results. A 1-0 win is enough for us. We just need a win.
Just a win.
We just need a win.
So that we'll come back to Ghana and beat South Africa very well.
Fools, if
just a win.
I am saying this, if Ethiopia should beat Ghana, then Ethiopia needs to score 3 goals. That's what I'm seeing, because I see Ghana scoring 2 goals. So if Ethiopia should spoil the party, they should be, and I don't see Ghana conceding.
No, not even a single. You see,
Ethiopia should not even put their ball at the back of our net.
Interestingly, we have a manager that has not just conceded. You see, the only goal he conceded was from the spot. So we believe that even in his first spell, he's a sort of manager that does not concede unnecessarily. So we believe that should we draw, then it's because we will not put a ball in the net.
Yeah.
If we draw, it means that we will not put. Aside that, if we put a ball in the net, we are winning, because I'm sure we will not concede.
Because I cannot see Ethiopia threatening us.
If they give much time to Fatau Issahaku, he will be on the score sheet.
Yes.
Well, the guy is good.
I'm feeling,
but I don't expect the manager to play an open game.
Yeah, I love, we are seeing a certain Sule Muntari in Fatau Issahaku. His long range, being it free kick or out of nowhere. Yeah. This guy just I for goal. He's just superb, and I pray he get at least minimum 20 minutes on the pitch, and he can do something. Now,
Mubarak Wakaso, very workaholic, but he has to be talked to.
Oh, definitely. No, for Wakaso, there's nothing to talk to Wakaso about.
I trust
him. He's more experienced.
That is his game. That's his style.
I trust him.
He should just make sure that we get the balls and get the balls right.
You know what I love? That he's coming back to the squad, the winning mentality. Yeah. This guy doesn't want to lose.
That is
whether being in friendly match.
I trust him. For Mubarak,
whether being it friendly, because at a point in time the players had to talk to our ex-coaches, to talk to him at training that this is not real match, because the way he tackles in matches is the way he tackles at training.
That is it.
And some of his colleagues were afraid that he's going to take them on injury, so he doesn't joke.
Yeah, he knows what is at stake
when it comes to
I trust him.
Yeah, he knows what is at stake.
My players tomorrow.
Yes.
Baba Idrisu, Kudus Mohammed, Mubarak Wakaso.
They are going to change the game. These 3 guys are the game changers, and they are the triangle of the game.
I am just praying that Yadom should go.
And he will be on the score sheet.
And I know that boy.
If Yadiom plays 60 minutes, Yadom will score a goal.
That boy will score.
If we give him an hour, he will score a goal.
I have watched him and how
he's so sad he was frozen out.
Yes. Because he's not just that striker that will want to stand, look on, but always want to make sure that the defenders are under pressure.
Now, Yusuf Basigi and our beautiful ladies of Hazakes went to Egypt. No, first they went to Bijani. That's the Wafu Zombie tournament. The first game they were beaten by River Angels of Nigeria. They came back strongly in their second game, third game, fourth game, and went all the way to beat River Angels of Nigeria again in the grand finale to lift that trophy. Now they are in Egypt. Started their first game 1-3-1, their second game 3-0, and 100%. 2 games, 6 goals, 1 conceded, 100% record. And they are going to meet Wadi Degla, who had 3 points. AS Mandi had 3 points, and Malabo Kings also languishing with no point. Now they've qualified already to the semi-finals of the game, but Yusuf Basigi is saying that is not the motive. Whether they've qualified for the semi-finals, he's not aware. All he's aware of is he has a next game to play, and he believes after that next game there will be a game for him to play again. And I love the mentality. I'm not looking at what's happening up front. I'm looking at what is coming to me tomorrow. So he's just working towards each game as they come. And these girls were just superb.
Then it's not just superb, very extraordinary.
Less support.
Yes.
But we say thanks to our Vice President.
Yes.
Dr. Mahmoud Baumia.
That is it.
Yeah, he helped them.
Yeah,
at a point.
They've given them some.
Yeah, that's our
support.
beautiful ladies on our screens. Yeah.
Then they are just doing Ghana proud. They
I love their outfit.
Yes, they've made a huge statement there, they have communicated to everybody that yes, when you talk about women football, Ghana has come of age.
You know, when I'm looking at the Hazakes ladies,
Yeah.
Naturally, Ghanaian ladies are not of height.
Yeah.
And it worries us when we get to tournaments. But
Tournament.
these Hazakes ladies, I don't know whether they were, I don't know
They were
whether it was part of their
Yes.
scouting.
They were carefully
In
spotted
exception
on.
of Janet Ejiri, who was experienced with 2013, the captain that with Masaudi Dramani, they won bronze at Azerbaijan in 2012 thereabout. The rest are of height.
Yes.
Yeah, 7'5", 7'4" minimum. You know.
Dennis, I'm just very happy because it will be another wake-up call for the people that are managing football in this country, that so much should be given to our ladies. We should invest so much into women football, because look at the wonderful performance that they are just giving the world. 6 goals in 2 matches. And they are taking match after match. They are not in haste. They are making sure that they are protected.
Complacency.
Not at all. They are not having that swollen head and stuff like that. They are not feeling as if they are on top. But rather, we have to take it step by step, get to the finals and win it. This is the maiden edition of the tournament. So it will be a plus to us if we've been able to win it. They are doing well. We need to invest in them. We just have to invest in them.
You know, I love the idea of the first lady of the land.
Yes.
Mrs. Rebecca Akufo-Addo, with her project.
Yes.
And I had a call yesterday, and it's coming from, or it came from her office concerning these. And I was asked to, I think yesterday around, by this time, 1 p.m. thereabout, then I was asked to give a list of something. So we should be expecting something strange to happen. So I was able to give the list out, and she was just trying to give women the opportunity to be referees, to be masseurs, to be coaches, to be doctors, to be physios and all that. Mainly our ladies, they should form part of the game.
That is it.
And you know, ladies, they can vibe so well, they can communicate so well. So if we have female ladies, especially taking control of the Ghana Women Premier League and the Division 1 League and whatever, no need for male referees or men to go there. And also the masseurs, the dietitians, the doctors, the physios and all that. I think it's the right step, and that clinic is going to be one of the first ever in West Africa.
Yeah. It's what we have.
So you can go there and learn refresher courses and all that, referees, coaches.
That is when we have female taking charge, the way they even communicate to their counterpart is great. It's super.
Yeah.
You know, when they are even in their period,
That time of the month.
they
understand them with their reactions and
all that. So it's all good. I'm happy for Hazaka's ladies. I'm so happy, because if you look at the way they are taking the game, they are playing the game with so much energy. And I'm happy for the manager of the side as well. Basigi is doing very well, and I am praying that they should just invest so much into the ladies' game, and we'll see a lot of laurels coming from the female side.
That's true.
Yeah, Dennis. The girls are on top of the job. I watched them play against the Malabo Kings, and they were just so good.
Yeah.
They were very determined, you know. We scored somewhere early in the first half, then we have to come back. Though the second half was a bit difficult, because the first half we did so much well, but we were able to contain them and rather scored again. We conceded and we scored again. I watched them play and I feel like, oh, okay, the girls are good to go. they have already qualified to the semi-finals, but they still have a match to play. You see, against Wadi Dekra. When it comes to women football, unlike the opposite, where it is dominated by the North African side, especially in club level, it is not like that in terms of women. Though this is the maiden edition, when it comes to national team, our northern sisters do not, as in they do in the male edition. So I feel that after winning a club from Equatorial Guinea that are also so good in female football, then one of the best. They are so good. When it comes to female football, they are one of the best in Africa. So strong. They were once the champions. So we scoring them by 3-1. It tells you that the girls are good. So now we are out. Our confidence level is high. Going into the game, I feel that it is the time for us. Going into the game, I was thinking if it was a mission possible. Now it's a mission possible, and there is that sort of belief and inspiration that we are at that stage where we can take the whole Africa on our shoulders. So I feel that it is the right opportunity for us. If you had ever doubted if Hazakes lady can win the maiden edition of CAF competition, Women's Champions League, then the ladies have the answer for you, because they have shown in the last 2 games that they have what it takes, and it's the right moment for them. We just have to support them whatever way we can. Those of us who can support them in spirit with prayers, we do. Those of us who can, because they have also complained about finances and other ways to, or they need other finance and other helps to go through. So anyone who can support in whatever capacity, I just feel that they have given us that reason to give them the support the best we can. So I feel that it is the right time for them to win, and it is the right time for us to help them win.
Then you see, when you look at the ladies, we should also be having a sweet and a great plan for them, how to integrate them into the Black Queens. That integration will be key. Well, if you look at the players we have in the Black Queens, they are sweet players.
They are sweet, but I'm seeing these Hazakes ladies to be stronger.
Yes, no, that's
that sort of understanding,
that is
teamwork,
the telepathy, the cohesion.
Super.
That is why if we can do the integration very well, our Black Queens will be one to fear. Because look at even Hazakes. Are they still in the Premier League?
Asma.
the way they did
These are the do girls.
The way they have their term as a lion, then when you go there to get a win or even a draw there is very, very difficult. So their ladies are doing all of us so proud. As Akash ladies, we are so proud of you, and we are only praying and hoping, very optimistic that they bring the trophy home.
Well, hoping and praying the trophy comes back home. Now let's get to Europe and touch a bit on this. Arsene Wenger claims 99%, okay, not 90, but 99% of football people he has spoken to wants changes to the game, as he proposes a wide-scale revamp of the sport, including a World Cup every 2 years. And the former Arsenal manager is leading a project that will see the international calendar change to reduce the number of international breaks per season, but half the amount of time between the World Cup, which is currently every 4 years. From 2024, longer international breaks will take place in October and March, containing qualifiers for either the World Cup or the more continental tournaments such as the Euros, the CAF, and the CONMEBOL, CONCACAF, and all that. And with friendlies between countries scrapped. No more friendly matches that some countries' FA will take money and be playing with people's these emotions, and just because they have to play friendlies. And now, Wenger is currently working as FIFA's chief of global football development, and he admits while there is a split in the demographics between fans, the vast majority of people within the game wants to see change. He said the future of football event run by Rio Ferdinand's 5 podcasts yesterday. He said out of 100 people or football people they consulted, 99% wants changes. He said, and I quote, "We see the results in our polls that the younger generation are in favor of the World Cup every 2 years. The generation over 50 are against. There is a split in the way people see the evolution. This year is a good example. We had the Euros, a fantastic tournament in England. Then we had the National League in Italy, which was well attended again. Next year, it is the World Cup. Everybody is looking forward to it. No one has said we don't want the World Cup because we had the Euros this year. We have to be scared." Look at the example he set it. Yeah. There was Euro this year, and next year will be World Cup, and everybody's excited about the Euro and excited the World Cup is coming next year. Now, alongside former United States women's team boss Gilles Ellis, who compared the former Arsenal manager to Yoda, said Wenger gave further reasons as to why football is better off with his plan of a World Cup of 2 years. The Frenchman claimed club managers will benefit as their players will not spend so much time flying for several international duties, while national team bosses will also get more time to work with their players. He also revealed there were climate change positives for his proposals, with international players reducing their time flying around the world by 50%. You know, this man is not looking at one side. He's looking at the demographic. He's looking at the competitions and all that. He also went on to say, "I propose a clearer separation by playing 2 blocks of qualifiers, because what people want is quality. The modern guy watching football is knowledgeable, demanding. He sees the quality of what he watches, and if he watches and it's not good enough, he moves away." There's a demand for quality in these generations because people today are knowledgeable, informed, and they know they have the quality of assessment and judgment, and we have a responsibility to give them top quality. He also insisted that the plans were just proposals and that FIFA would vote on it with the stakeholders of the game before a decision is made ahead of the 2024 season. The thinker man, I call him.
Yeah.
You know, the reason why I respect this man so much is that he's been saying some things years back. I don't buy into it.
Yeah.
And they are happening.
They're happening.
They are happening. He said he wants quality.
They're happening
because we are now demanding. We don't want a lackadaisical approach to game from coaches, from even club. See, gone are the days you see fans revolting against club owners and club management. Hardly, but now they can walk straight to you and tell you whatever they feel, because we are very judgmental and demanding. We are now understanding the game, and we believe this can be done better this way, this can be done better that way. So what he's fighting for is for the taste. That's why he even did the age group. As the older generation and the younger generation, what do they want? It's the future of the game. The older generation don't have much time. The younger generation have much time to watch the game. So why don't we prioritize and give the younger generation what they want?
You have a job. Wenger is having a job, and his job is to think. His job is to look at the game and see how best the game
bring difference.
Yes. So, and that is exactly what he's doing. And you see, he's not just sitting down. He's looking at a lot of things. You don't just walk to your pay masters and said, "I have an idea," and they are asking you questions and you are quiet. I have an idea that the World Cup should be played every 2 years.
Why?
Then you are quiet.
You can't
you can't convince them. You can't pursue them to flow with you. But he has given us a comprehensive document looking at everything concerning the game. That if the World Cup should be played every 2 years, these are my reasons. And these are concrete reasons that we can look at. These are not just reasons I'm just saying because I want us to play the World Cup every 2 years. But we have to look at A, B, and C. I have done my research and I'm still doing the research. And these It's my document.
It's just a proposal.
Yes, it's a proposal.
Go through it.
Go peruse it, look at it. If it's convincing enough with all the stakeholders, then we can go with it. But even with that, the people that are tasked to do the footballing job, they also have to, if they have accepted his document and said, oh, it's cool to go, we can't just stand up and just start playing the game, but we also have to look. That is why he's even coming up with the climate change and everything, so that we go and look at those things. So at the end of the day, we'll not start something and get back and say, no, we have not planned well, we have not started well, we have to go back to the drawing board again. No, I am happy. It is good that he's coming up with some of these proposals. It might be adhered to, it might be accepted, it might not, but he is just thinking because the game is now demanding. We want more, the club wants more, the supporters want more. Now we know that it's not just trophies that makes you successful, but now that is what the demand is.
Yes. You know, he cites an example trying to back the every 2 years of the game that they had the Euros.
Yeah.
Then months later they had the Nations League.
Yeah.
Then the World Cup is coming up, and the excitement is still there for us to witness the World Cup. It's not as if it's like, oh, though he's not comparing the Euros to the World Cup, but it's all tournaments, and I think his research will be based on Europe. I believe.
when the old man is being held by
isn't it?
old man has dribbled Zidane. So the old man has dribbled Zidane. Zidane has no option than to hold the old man.
So he's trying to back his claim that the excitement is still there, and it will be there when we give people quality.
Yeah.
They will not be tired of quality.
Oh yeah, that is it.
But if you play it every 4 years and there's no quality, maybe we might lose fans watching the World Cup.
Then if there is something that we should also pay attention to. This is an era where we are seeing young people getting into the coaching.
Yeah, young guys, 25, 27, 28, 30s, especially in their 30s. You have 30s in top flights, coaches in top flight leagues.
So the game is now going to be more demanding than the way we are even.
What is Zidane doing?
I'm just giving you the comment.
He's tackling.
I'm just giving you the comment.
Look at Didier Deschamps.
Is it when the old
Wenger
man
in action? When
the old man Wenger has dribbled Zidane has no option than to hold the old man. So that is, we have young people that are coming to the fray. So that is why we also have to be thinking. The game can't be static. We have to move.
Bring changes.
Yeah, we have to change things.
It's been like that over the years before many of us were born.
That is so.
Gone are the days. Now things have changed. Why don't we also change?
We started with a certain number of countries. We have moved, and we are still thinking of increasing it and all that. So, as for change there, we always.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah, with this sort of idea, I thought that there had been a broader consultation, and it's a bit convincing now that it's not going to. There's going to be the sort of quality we see in the World Cup will not fade. But I also feel that if it is after every 2 years, it becomes a sort of common thing, something that, like, unlike as it is 4 years, we long for it, the desire for it to come, for us to watch is
at
there.
times we even forget who won the last 2 years, last 4 years,
and with nations, when you are going with nations, when you are going, you know that if you do not win it this time, it's going to take you so much time to come again. You may not even come the next season. So it's going to take you 8 or more years to come again. So when you get it once, the sort of quality they put in it, the sort of desire, the sort of ambition to be the winner, so to make name for oneself is there. And even the players who wants to go to the World Cup, when it is the World Cup season, they all try their best in club level, at their club levels, to be able to merit a position, to be able to play at the World Cup. I feel that if it becomes 2 years, there's a lot will be missing. That sort of desire we used to see, the hunger and the sort of those factors will not be there, because it will become kind of common thing in our eyes. Oh, even if you don't win it now, next 2 years is just there for you to come and the like. We see.
But if
so
it's 4 years,
that's a lot of teams.
If I lose it
come
this time around, I'm not sure if I'm going to get even to that stage I got to this time.
But look like there is a broader consultation now, and a lot of people feel that it should be 2 years. And I believe that the sort of quality we see well, with the sort of consultation they have, with the sort of mindset, awareness they have now, it may not fade too much. If it will, it may not fade too much, and there's going to be that sort of quality. But still, certain things will be missing, because even if it were to be 2 years, Lai Kinso would have at least played the following season, but he couldn't play. There are other players who felt that they have to play, they couldn't play. But if it is 2 years, they will play. But what do we want to see? Do we just want to see players playing, or there is some sort of quality in the competition that we want to see? Is it about the general sort of output in the game, or it is about individual players who want to see? Of course, there are some individual players who want to see, and these are the best players, and they are never omitted at the World Cup. So it is not just about them. It's not just about those best players. There are other players who we couldn't see. It's normal. Do you get my point? It's normal.
That is why
I want to use this opportunity to say good afternoon to you, Ronald Walker. He's in our midst of TV3. Roy is here. He's in the studio. He's in our midst. I think he's coming to the studio. I think Roland will predict the Ghana-Ethiopia game for us tomorrow. Roland, good afternoon. Welcome to Qatar.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you too?
I'm good.
Just a whisker. Ghana playing Ethiopia tomorrow. What should you expect from the Black Stars?
I think that with the absence of Thomas Partey, I don't know how our midfield will hold, because he tends to have a certain laid back and control over the midfield. But we'll see as much as possible how it's going to be. But as far as I'm related, I'm a Ghanaian.
Patriotic one for that matter.
So I would want Ghana Naduji. So we'll see how it goes.
Thanks so much. I'm not taking much of that. So no, Roland, come back, please. The scoreline, can you predict if we push it to the wall? I predict the scoreline.
Prediction, Vovomalio. 2-0.
That's what I said. Anyway, folks, that was just by the way. Roland Walker of former Joy TV3. He's currently with TV3, and he's in our midst, and he said 2-0 for the Black Stars. Like I said, as if he was listening. Anyway,
that is, you see, I'm happy that Wenger is not just coming up with an idea, but he's also coming up with a comprehensive document to it. So very, very happy. So we just have to allow him to do more of the research on this World Cup coming every 2 years. So I'm happy. He's a thinker, and we just have to respect him.
I think, story is also raising a very serious point.
That is why I'm saying that, you see, for the managers of our game, they'll be able to look at that, because we can't just lose the euphoria, the excitement. We look at the Champions League, or we play the Champions League every year. And
there's
every year they try to do something new.
So in a way, like you're also saying, in a way, if let's say our team now, let's say this year we're not able to do good, some of our key players will be in fine form again in the next 2 years. Maybe they might do good, but after 4 years, it's at times, he was also citing the age barrier, especially with players. He said you normally hit your peak around 25, 26, then up to 28, 29. By 30, you are trying to fade out. So at times, we happen to see them just once, or luckily twice. These quality players, luckily twice at the world stage. And maybe because of the team immunities, we might not see him again, that quality.
But Dennis, that also contributes to the hunger. You see, you have limited time to play. So you have to try your best to at least go for once. See, the World Cup is not there for one to go many times before you retire. If it is there for one to go many times, then it becomes nothing. But because it is there, it is something that you cannot go for so long, you feel that, okay, even I just have to go. There's that hunger to at least go for once, because it is a platform where you rub shoulders with the best in the world. So you feel that, yes, I have to go. I just have to do my very best to be able to go before I retire. So if it becomes 2 years, it becomes common, and that hunger, that sort of hunger and excitement to at least for once play at the World Cup may not be there.
And you see, for the World Cup, there are lots of things that we have to look at. We may have even fine players that we'll never see in the World Cup just because of where they are.
And that's what it has been all this. It has been all this while. So
that is why there are lots of.
What is the quest? Is the quest to change that? And even if you want to change it, it will still remain same, because somebody
will still have to go for qualifiers.
It may be very difficult for Naby Keita to play at the World Cup. It may be very difficult for some players playing in Cyprus, some big name players in Cyprus, Malta, and the like to play at the World Cup. So even if you make it after every year annually, there are still some big players who may not even make it. So if that is the quest, then I'm sure I want to say it is not enough to say you have to change the World Cup from 4 years to 2 years.
Now let's wrap up with Xavi Hernandez coming back to FC Barcelona. Juan Laporta said he's so happy. Dani Alves is also helping from afar. Carlos Puyol, it seems like the ex-players are trying to come on board to support FC. But Xavi, is it the right time for him to come to Barcelona?
I'm sorry, he's just going to end up like Frank Lampard of Chelsea. You see, the problem with Barcelona is not the players that they have. It's kind of management issue. I want to say, I stand to be corrected, but I don't see Xavi being a better manager than Ronald Koeman. They want to say Xavi knows the Barca's way. Ronald does as well. Now, the problem with him is very big. You see, some of the players that they have, you see, Barcelona went in during the transfer to sign aged players who are due for retirement. And the sort of standard Barcelona set for itself, those are not the players who can maintain the standard. You see, it's amazing, very, very amazing when you have to let go of Luis Suarez and going for Sergio Aguero. What was the reason? If it is age, then I'm sorry, you didn't do a good job. Now, you let go of Antoine Griezmann. You went in for
Luke de Jong.
And now you still have Sergio Kun Aguero. Why? Is it that?
But this one is not from management.
Is it that? No, it is. And you see, the managers are involved. If you are a coach, you are a manager. You are. See, it doesn't mean if management is on top of a job. Okay. It doesn't mean every request you make, every request you make as a coach must be granted.
Because the manager made it clear that he was not having plan for Suarez. And that was why Suarez got angry at a point.
No, they frustrated Suarez to go. They made it clear that he must go. If he stays, there's not going to be any chance for him. So he had to go. You brought in Antoine Griezmann. Okay, so let's say Suarez left the previous window. So let's talk about Antoine Griezmann. Was
Koeman there before Suarez left? Was it the break?
No, as in Barcelona. Koeman, he's in his first season, right?
No, he's in first season. He was with the Dutch national team before he came, so...
It was just the last season.
So when he came, he told...
he let go of... of course. He let go of Luis Suarez. Now, this season, you let go of Antoine Griezmann. What was the reason? Financial reasons? or his inability to keep his head high. You let go of him. You brought in Sergio Kun Aguero. Looking at the two, Aguero is older, fading out than Antoine Griezmann. So what are you doing?
Now he's even ruled out for 3 months.
What?
Yeah.
He could have seen that coming.
Yeah.
He could have seen that coming because the guy is coming from Manchester City, a club where he was playing less minutes before his departure. He was playing less minutes, meaning telling you that he was not fit enough. A younger player who even you didn't like at the time played more minutes. You let go of him. What was the reason? Finances or inability to keep head high?
Yeah.
He's gone. You brought in a player who cannot play at all. You could have known that he's not that fit to give you 70 minutes per match throughout the season.
So you don't see Xavi succeeding. Luis Suarez called him. He said, "No, my guy, I like you. I love you as a brother. This is not the time for you to move to."
Of course, it is not the time. Like I said, he may end up being Lampard of Chelsea. See, he should just stay for a while in his outside. Garner some sort of experience.
Yeah, that's what Suarez told me.
Because
I
the
love
timing
what-
is not the best
You
for
can
him.
be at the right place but at the wrong time.
The timing is not best for him.
Yeah,
Then is this the best time Xavi has to come?
monetary wise, you have to pay Al Sadd
for the club or as for the manager.
Yeah, for the club and as a manager.
So you have to pay Al Sadd 4.5. You have to
Where you
pay.
could not sign register some of your players.
Yeah, you have to pay Ronald Koeman 12 million. That's about 16 million. Then how much is what's the name? Xavi taking?
Yeah.
And what is he coming to bring on board? This is European football, not Asian football.
Then is this guy will bring a lot to Barcelona. When he came, what he said was key. And the thing that he has even started changing.
No, we've started seeing changes.
Yes. You see, you realize that
He said he doesn't need Luke de Jong. He needs Paul Pogba. He
Yeah.
needs certain players. You know, that's the rule.
not even that. You see, when you look at how they manage the players of Barcelona, it's not the best. Look at how they even get on the injury list.
They are doctors.
Yes. We realized that there was a doctor that was there under Pep Guardiola and Luis Enrique. Bartomeu asked him to leave, so he left. So immediately Xavi came on board. He asked the doctor to come back. So the guy is coming back. He went to the La Masia to look at how the boys are faring there. Then he's now telling the board that this is not Barcelona. This is not Barcelona. And this is not the Barcelona we used to know. The best club in the world. But he told the fans also, this is the time that you have to support the club than before. Because the club is in crisis, and I have come in the crisis because we have to come and solve things. We have
So
to,
you see him succeeding.
yes, I see him succeeding. Because
And if he doesn't,
you see, that is the nature of the job. If you are not doing well, if you are not giving
if he
results,
doesn't, are you going to blame it on his tactics? Are you going to blame it on management? Or are you going to blame it that Barcelona is in crisis?
Dennis, we are not going to blame it. Nobody's going to blame it on anything.
And he gets the sack. Why would he get the sack?
He has to go.
Why would he get the sack?
If you are not getting the results, you have to go.
But there should be a reason why the results are not coming.
That is, you see,
It can be from you tactically.
Yes,
Yeah.
it can be from the manager, and that is what happened. That is why somebody has to be asked to leave. So if you are there, like the Lampard issue, Lampard was trying to do his stuff, but the results are not coming, so he has to go. So when Xavi is on board now, if the result is not coming, and you see, I love what he's saying. We have to get to work as quickly as possible, and we have to work hard.
Well, every manager will bring a positive vibes and talk,
see,
blah, blah, blah. But it's one thing talking and one thing walking the talk.
Yes.
And this is European
And
football.
you see, yes, and you see, when you look at what he is even saying, he said some of the players, we have to teach them how to play the Barca way. We have to teach them how to play the Barca way.
Yeah,
They-
I think that was the part I love so
yes,
much.
he said they are playing, but we have to teach them how to play the Barcelona way.
So Xavi Hernandez, we wish you all the best, and we pray you bring Barcelona out of that dungeon as their ship is heading towards the Bermuda Triangle.
But then you see, one lesson we should learn from this is wherever you are, you should be preparing for your next level.
But you see, Xavi knew very well he will come back
Yes.
to Barcelona.
You should be
It's a pre-programmed something. It's a script.
Yeah, you should.
Just
be
that maybe
prepared.
this is not the time they're expecting him to come.
And I love the confidence.
So do you side with Luis Suarez as a good friend with the advice he's given? Xavi, you are good.
you
You've done a whole
you
lot, but this is not the time
Suarez
because there's a management problem.
Yes, Suarez is right, but you don't expect a perfect system for you to strive. There are times where you need to come
And be part of the solution.
Yes.
Okay, now let's go to Manchester United before we wrap up, and in just 2 minutes each. Player revolt. Bruno Fernandes said the direction is not all that clear. Certain players said they don't know what Ole is doing. Some players are even angry with Ole not using Donny van de Beek because they believe this guy has enormous talent, especially in training, and he's been doing so well, but he's not been given much time as he's supposed to. So it's like a divided dressing room. Some of the view that Harry Maguire doesn't deserve the armband, and a whole lot of issues are popping up.
Then it's like,
And for the first time, Ole has given them 7 days off,
Go and sleep.
and he's even gone
Go
to
and
Norway
rest.
to go and.
and then it's Roland, a United fan.
Is Roland? I need to ask him.
Yes.
Is Roland there? Ask him if he's a United fan.
I don't want to say anything.
Chelsea fan. Oh, okay.
Okay. Roddy is here. That is here.
Okay, Martin is there. Martin, come. We have a Manchester United fan. Martin, come.
That is seriously. You see, United has to sit up. That is the game they played against Manchester City. Exposed them a lot. Look at the second goal.
You know, before we get to that, I was telling some fans that Man United fans, for that matter, it's not 100%, but I believe it's 80% or 90% that if West Ham meets United, it will beat United.
Yeah.
At this current form, they were shouting. Hey, it can't happen. Blah, blah. West Ham, Man City, Liverpool, West Ham. Though it happens in football anyway. But look at what West Ham did to Liverpool.
Even if Arsenal should meet them, then it's.
Why would you even use even?
No,
Arteta beats them all the time, so don't use even on us.
No, what I'm saying is where you are from.
Okay, the table. Okay.
Yes. You see,
Because you're ahead of.
you are now ahead of them.
Yeah.
You see, we have been saying that United is conceding too much. It's because they are not defending well.
And you are not going to
playing
be
well.
lucky for Cristiano to be scoring those
Yes.
last minute
And
goals
you
in
see,
every game. It will not happen.
Everything is pointing at coaching. And it's the second goal against Manchester City. They never touched the ball until the ball entered the net. And they had more shots on target.
David De Gea was on top of his game that day.
Yes.
But no blame na marobade. Yo olem ash no man fa kwashire ga de kan kwa. Akwalo agafale ba. Ko chakota ko gere.
That is funny. They had more shots on target against their own goalkeeper than the City goalkeeper. And they were only able to touch the ball 4 times in the 18-yard box of Manchester City.
Abysmal.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Abysmal.
And
so what are they waiting
This
for?
is one game. Pep Guardiola said, we have never dominated a game like this before.
Yeah, Parima Banyore.
No, it's serious because then we were all expecting that Manchester United will give City
A run
for their money over the weekend. But it never happened. They were just abysmal. They were not playing as we were expecting them to. And all is pointing at coaching.
But they are not trying to.
Dennis, see, United problem is not solely a coach problem. But one thing is that the dressing room is divided.
Very,
You see.
Don't you think it's from management? Sir Alex Ferguson is still having a majority talk
Yeah,
and all that.
I would want to say that he was not able, Ole failed to control the dressing room.
Okay.
But the players are also managing egos. And these egos are fighting each other. These egos are like it's not sort of united ego.
Can you mention names?
Well, you see, like point saying Harry Maguire doesn't deserve to be the captain. Paul Pogba also with his issues. Bruno Fernandes with his, and this sort of.
Ronaldo also said.
The point is,
this is not the money he signed for. He was expecting the players to. He's not trying to point at the manager. He's trying to point at his colleagues.
Yes, of course, because they are part of the problem. It is the same manager that was able to win against Manchester City twice last season. What has changed now? He parades the best team, but still they lose. So what is the problem? The problem is also with some of these players. That is why I said they are managing egos. Some feel big. Some feel bigger than others, and they feel that it easy players to say, like it's easy for a player to say this player doesn't have to play, this player has to play. It's not yours to say, it is the managers to say, I am furthering you. This is my system. I believe that this player fits more into the formation I have to play than the other. I feel that this player is not doing well.
Won't it baffle you that you are the same manager who went in for that player?
Of course.
And maybe at the training ground, Fred realized his partnership with Storo is better than his partnership with me. But Storo always comes from the bench or doesn't play at all. But when Fred is playing with Storo, who is a regular starter, Fred, who is a regular starter, when he's playing with Storo, it's like they understand that telepathy works better than. So at times players can also suggest that
no, but
the manager has to be
on top of it.
Bro, it happens everywhere. You sign players who may not meet expectation, then you let go of those players.
Was
you
he
sign
given the
players.
chance?
Well,
Per your view, was Donny van de Beek given the chance to express why they bought him?
He was given some few minutes. He may not be given the chance. But it is not for one to say, I am the manager. I signed you for a reason. I didn't sign you alongside a particular player. In every club, players come and go. So when you meet another player, you have to play your best. That is why I signed you. This is the duty I have given you. This is the role I want you to play. I have my own reason why I want you to play alongside this player, alongside that player. It is not yours to say, because I am not playing alongside this player, that is the reason I can't bring out my best. Then you are not fit enough to play in this team.
So should they sack Ole?
Well, the results are not coming. So sacking Ole is justifiable. But as long as these egos, as long as one of these factors that is making them not to win is still there, if you sack Ole, the next manager will also fail. So you have to address the root cause of the problem.
Well, I'll pick 3 calls, then we wrap up the program. 0544-930007, 050-311-8225. Just 3 calls, then we wrap up. There's the first caller on the line. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Adi.
Yeah, Selikem Da Silva Korostar.
Yeah, Adi. Good afternoon to you and your panelists over there. You guys are doing a very great job. We welcome Roland Walker to Volta region. Let me start from Ghana Blaster. You see, I always said this, that no matter what, I would say the truth rather than being a fake patriot, like I'll say because of patriotism, I'm going to favor Ghana. You see, currently the match that we are going to play against Ethiopia, it is a must-win game for us. And I'm seeing Ghana winning this game. But the question is, how is the coach going to line up the players on the foot of the day? You see, me, if I were to be the coach, you see, like Ghana Blaster playing in South Africa, to me, it's a planned team. So I'm expecting the coach, the Ethiopians, they can choose to play defensive game throughout the game, so that I won't get a goal, so that they can use that thing to frustrate us. So I'm urging the players to just relax. They shouldn't be in haste that, by all means, the first 45 minutes, the first 20 minutes, you need to score. You see, Mubarak Wakato, if he's having that kind of mentality that he needs to get in his best at all costs, we can get a red card in that game. So they should just up the players, they should go and play the normal game so that at least they can get the result. So if I was to be the coach at that very day, I will start commanding Sulemana and this guy, Fatah Isahakun, both so that they can use to unlock Ethiopia's defense. Because if we start this Jordan, this pulling of his, I don't know, his dress and those kind of stuff, I think we are not going to get enough goals. So I think I'm begging the coach that if he wanted to start the left and the right wing, he should start both Kamaldeen Sulemana and Fatah Issahaku and play this guy, Richmond Boche, Afro, so that at least we can use to unlock the defense. But without that, okay, well, I guess that we win. Then let me go back to Manchester United. You see, seriously, what is happening in Manchester United, your panelists have just said it. You see, especially to me, Ole is not the problem, 50%. To me, I would say that the problem is Ole is like around 30. The players, they are having ego. You could see the way Cristiano Ronaldo is very much enthused to play for the club. Some of the players, they feel like as if I need to do my own. Especially, you could see certain balls, if Bruno Fernandes hold the ball, you see the way you have been like doing with the ball. Certain balls, you need to release it. And moreover, too, they are right back to, it's not forcing them for them at all. So right. Simple cross, you just need to cut in for the ball to Ronaldo to head. It's problem. Let me cut to someone who come and continue. Thank you.
Thank you, Salikem da Silva Cruz. I'll pick one more call, then we wrap up. This one says, good morning. This time, good morning. And then Dennis, extend my regards to your panelists. Ghana is going to win by 3-0. Mohamed Kudus, Dede Ayew will be on the score sheet, and also wish our ladies the best. Precious Kizzy, when you inside Kliko Avloto sent him down. Hello, last caller. Good afternoon.
Hello, Dr. Dennis.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, and your panelists over there. My name is Omega. I'm calling you from Achiama.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. What I want to say is, nobody should fear. By His grace, tomorrow we are, winning by 2-0. Yeah. Now talking about the Manchester United's problem, I think the problem is all about the coach. Manchester United have a lot of players, but how for the coach to,
the whole thing is very difficult for
control the players on the field. Is having a problem with that. So I think the management to, sit on that. Tell Ole that this is what we want, and if he cannot, do what is exactly the management want from him, then they should sack him, because as a for one result, the results are not coming. So that is what I feel about Manchester United. Thank you and have a good day.
Yeah, thank you for passing through. No more calls. And our Form 3 students are ready for their lesson. And any moment from now, it will be hitting the airwaves. Thanks, Fred and Storo for passing through. Thanks to Roland Walker for passing through as well. Martin Ronnie said, no, Man United is having problems. He doesn't want to do anything concerning that. Anyway, thanks to Pierre and Eddie for the production. Dennis Ali Jr. is my name. So thanks to our sponsors, the Lally Stores, Vision Electronics, and also Marlin to Smile Electronics, NASCO Showroom. We'll be back again same time next week. And I say prayer for the Black Stars, because tomorrow is the day against Ethiopia.
Hello, moms and dads and all learners. The Ministry of Education